12 secret moves women use to seduce men and how to respond. Did you know that over 90% of attraction is nonverbal? Research has found that people decide whether they're interested in someone within the first 7 seconds of meeting them. And here's the kicker. Most of what makes a woman seductive has nothing to do with what she says. It's all about the small, almost imperceptible signals that work on a subconscious level. And if you stick around till the end, I've got a bonus move that's even more powerful than the rest. It's a move only the most confident men know how to handle, and trust me, once you master it, you'll have a serious advantage in the dating game. Let's get into it. Welcome to Emma, your go-to channel for real, relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. 1. She mirrors your movements to create subconscious closeness. Have you ever noticed a woman subtly copying your gestures? Maybe she takes a sip of her drink right after you do, crosses her arms when you cross yours, or even starts using similar phrases. This is called mirroring, and it's a powerful subconscious tool for creating a sense of connection. Psychologists have studied this for years. A study published in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior found that people who mirror each other's body language tend to form stronger bonds and feel a deeper sense of trust. If you see this happening, don't point it out. Instead, pause, slow down your gestures, and see if she continues matching you. If she does, it's a clear sign of attraction at this point. Lean back slightly and observe. Let her chase that connection a little more. 2. She accidentally brushes against you. You're sitting next to her at a bar or walking side by side, and suddenly her arm lightly touches yours. It's subtle, almost like an accident. But is it? Here's what's happening. Physical touch is one of the strongest tools for building attraction when a woman touches you, especially in a way that seems unintentional. It creates an emotional response. Studies have shown that light, unexpected touch increases feelings of closeness and connection. So how do you respond? Simple, don't move away. If you're interested, stay right where you are and see if she does it again. If you're unsure, hold your ground and pay attention to what happens next. If she continues finding ways to touch you, she's definitely interested. She plays with her hair while looking at you. Women don't play with their hair for no reason, especially not when they're around a guy they're attracted to. If she's twirling a strand around her fingers, running her hands through it, or casually flipping it to one side while maintaining eye contact, it's not random. Why does this work? Hair is a symbol of femininity, and when a woman plays with it around you, it's often a subconscious way of drawing attention to herself. Here's how to handle it. Don't immediately compliment her hair. Instead, make it playful. Say something like, "You're going to wear that hair out at this rate." This keeps things light and flirty, instead of making it seem like you're too eager. She leans in slightly when talking. Ever been in a conversation where a woman gradually closes the gap between you? Even when there's plenty of space, she subtly leans in as you speak. This isn't just about hearing you better, it's about creating a sense of intimacy. When a woman leans in, she's signaling interest and engage. Engagement studies on body language indicate that leaning in is a sign of attraction and trust. Your response: hold your ground. Most guys make the mistake of immediately leaning in too. But here's the thing. If you do that, you're following her lead. Instead, stay relaxed. Let her come closer and see if she continues doing it. That's when you know she's truly drawn to you. 5. She makes prolonged eye contact while smirking. Eye contact is powerful, but prolonged eye contact with a smirk, that's a different level of attraction. It's like she knows something you don't like. She's testing to see if you can handle her presence. A study from Psychological Science found that extended eye contact increases feelings of attraction and creates a deeper emotional connection. So, how should you respond? Don't look away first. Hold her gaze just long enough to build tension, then break it off on your terms. Not because you're nervous. Let her wonder what's going on in your head. The more mystery, the better. better. 6. She exposes her neck subtly when speaking. You're in a conversation with her, and at some point she tilts her head to the side, casually brushes her hair back, or even stretches slightly, revealing the side of her neck. It seems like a natural movement, but is it not exactly? The neck is one of the most vulnerable and intimate areas of the body, and exposing it is a subconscious way of signaling trust and attraction. This is why people instinctively cover their necks when they feel uncomfortable or threatened, but when a woman deliberately reveals it, she's showing a level of comfort and openness around you. In some cases, it's also a way of drawing your attention to her femininity, soft, delicate, and inviting. How do you respond? Notice it, but don't react immediately. If you acknowledge it too soon, you break the tension. Instead, let her wonder if you picked up on it. The more she's unsure about what you're thinking, the more invested she becomes. 7. She lowers her voice when speaking privately to you. You're in a room full of people, and when she speaks to you, her voice suddenly drops. Not just in volume, but in tone. It's softer, more intimate, almost as if she wants to create a private moment between just the two of you. Why does this work? Studies in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior have shown that both men and women naturally lower their voices when speaking to someone they're attracted to. It's an unconscious way of drawing someone in, making them lean closer, and building a deeper sense of connection. A lower voice also feels more personal, making it seem like she's sharing something exclusive with you. Your move mirror her energy, but keep your composure. Drop your voice slightly in response, but don't lean in too soon. Let her come closer to you, instead of you chasing that moment. The more control you maintain, the more magnetic you appear. She stands closer than necessary. You're in a conversation, and even though there's plenty of space around, she chooses to stand closer than she needs to. Maybe she's in your personal space when talking, or her shoulder is nearly brushing yours while standing in line. Why does this matter? Proximity is one of the strongest subconscious signals of attraction. People naturally keep their distance from those they aren't interested in. When a woman deliberately stays close, she's testing the boundaries, seeing how comfortable she feels around you and how you'll respond. It's also a way to create subtle tension. Your move, hold your ground. Most men either back away or lean in too quickly. Instead, stay where you are and observe if she moves even closer over time. If she does, that's a clear sign of attraction. At this point, you can increase the tension by lightly touching her arm during the conversation to see how she reacts. She touches an object in a suggestive manner. You're at a bar or sitting across from her at dinner, and she's absent-mindedly tracing the rim of her glass, playing with her necklace, or slowly spinning a pen between her fingers. It seems innocent, but there's more to it than you think. Why does this work? Because the mind makes subconscious associations. When a woman touches something in a slow, deliberate way, it naturally draws your attention to her hands and movements, which can create a subtle sense of intimacy. In some cases, it's completely unconscious, but when done while looking at you, it's a clear invitation to notice her feminine energy. Your response: make a light, teasing comment. Try something playful like that. Glass must be special if she smirks or engages back. She's inviting more tension into the interaction. The key here is to acknowledge the energy without breaking the mystery. That's what keeps the attraction building. She compliments something minor about you. You're talking to her, and out of nowhere, she compliments something most people wouldn't even notice. Your rolled-up sleeves, the way you always adjust your watch, or how you subtly tap your fingers when thinking, why does this matter? Because she's paying attention to the little things. When a woman compliments something minor, she's doing more than just being nice. She's testing you, seeing how much you value her attention and whether you react like every other guy who gets flustered by a simple compliment. Your move: play it cool. Instead of overreacting or brushing it off, own it with a confident smirk and say, Notice that, huh? This response subtly acknowledges her interest without making it a big deal. The less reactive you are, the more intrigued she becomes because now she's the one chasing your validation. She bites or slightly licks her lips while speaking. She's mid-conversation, and right before saying something she lightly bites her lip or runs her tongue across it. Just for a second. It's quick, it's subtle, but it catches your attention instantly. Why does this work? The lips are one of the most expressive features, and women instinctively highlight them when they feel attraction. A study published in Archives of Sexual Behavior found that men are naturally drawn to the lips, especially when emphasized with movements. Your move, don't point it out. Most guys either overreact or completely miss it. Instead, hold eye contact, smirk slightly but say nothing. Let the tension hang in the air. The longer she wonders what you're thinking, the more she'll want to know. Mystery is your greatest weapon. She playfully tests your masculinity by challenging you. She smirks and says, "I bet you can't guess where I'm from." Or maybe she playfully nudges you and says, "You don't seem strong enough to beat me at arm wrestling." It's not serious, she's teasing, challenging you in a way that invites a reaction. Why does this work? Because she's testing your confidence. Women do this instinctively to see how secure you are in yourself. If you get defensive or try too hard to prove yourself, you fail the test. But if you lean into it and have fun, you pass with flying colors. Your move, stay calm, smirk, and throw it back at her. If she says, "I bet you can't do X," just reply, "You seem awfully confident. Should I be impressed?" It keeps things playful while subtly shifting the frame back to her trying to impress you. All right, if you've made it this far, you're part of the elite few who truly want to understand the psychology of attraction. So here's a challenge for you. Drop the word unstoppable in the comments, so I know you're part of our real community. I read every single one. Let's see who's paying attention. The most powerful move. She pauses before responding. You ask her a question, or you make a playful remark, and instead of answering right away, she pauses just for a moment. Just long enough for you to notice she holds eye contact, maybe tilts her head slightly, then finally responds, usually with something a little more thoughtful, a little more teasing, a little more deliberate. Why does this work? Because silence creates tension. And tension, when handled correctly, is one of the biggest drivers of attraction. Pausing before responding makes her words feel more intentional and more valuable. Think about it: when someone immediately fills every silence, their words lose weight. But when they let a beat linger, you hang on to their next sentence just a little more. Here's how you respond. You do nothing seriously. Don't rush to fill the silence. Don't jump in to rescue the conversation. Instead, hold eye contact, keep your expression neutral, and wait. Let her sit in that moment. The longer you hold your ground, the more she'll lean in, both physically and emotionally. This move is powerful because it flips the dynamic. Suddenly, she's the one feeling the tension. She's the one wondering what you're thinking, and that's exactly where you want to be. All right, gentlemen, now, you know the secret moves women use to seduce men, and more importantly, how to respond with confidence. If you got value from this, tap that like button to help this video reach more people. And if you're serious about mastering attraction and relationships, subscribe now for daily insights like this. Also share this video with someone who needs to hear it. You never know who it might help. Oh, and we've handpicked another powerful video just for you. It's right here on your screen. Click on it and I'll see you back here tomorrow.